Good afternoon, distinguished guests, graduands, your families and friends, and Bond colleagues. Welcome to this ceremony for the conferring of degrees in the Faculty of Law and the Faculty of Society and Design. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our Chancellor, Dr. Helen Nugent, AO.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduands, it gives me enormous pleasure to welcome you to this afternoon's graduation ceremony. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, and I pay my respect to their elders, both past and present. Last month marked Bond's 25th anniversary. This is a milestone in the history of this university. 25 years ago, 322 wide-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed students began a journey that has seen them become entrepreneurs, business owners, managing directors, filmmakers, Olympic champions, and internationally renowned researchers. Peter Fielding, from that first cohort of students, graduated with a law degree. She is now co-owner of award-winning Burley Brewing. Most importantly, she's actually a member of Bond Council, and she is chairman of the Bond Alumni Board. You never know where a degree from Bond will take you. Graduating in 2000 with a Bachelor of Communications degree with majors in film and television, as well as criminology, interesting combination, alumnus Adam Foster has gone from stints as editors for both Channel 7 and Channel 10 to writing and producing murder mystery films. Alumnus Alison Seaborn was quite certain she would be a lawyer for the rest of her life when she began her studies here at Bond in 1990. She still uses her Bachelor of Laws degree, although she writes for Mongolia's largest English newspaper and has had an opportunity to interview the chairman of the Mongolian parliament. Where will you be in 25 years? What will be your story when the university celebrates its half-century? As the three people in the stories above will tell you, be open to opportunities, take risks, and above all else, have confidence in yourself. We certainly have confidence in you. We hope that in another 25 years, your stories will be shared on this stage. Maybe you'll be even here giving the address today. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your graduation today. Congratulations to your families. It is certainly a milestone in your career. On behalf of Council, all staff, and the Bond University community, I salute you and I wish you every success for your future. I'm now delighted to introduce this afternoon's occasional speaker, Mr. Gavin Bell. Until recently, Gavin Bell was Chief Executive of global law firm Herbert Smith Freehills. Prior to assuming this position, he was Chief Executive and Managing Partner of Freehills, one, and I would argue, Australia's leading law firms. Others might dispute that. I used to be on the Freehills board, and I'm sure that Gavin would support that proposition. He was admitted as a partner of that firm in 1988 and practiced in a wide range of legal areas. He became Chief Executive of the global firm in October 2012, immediately after the merger of Freehills and Herbert Smith. This is a singular distinction. He is a great leader, and it's a great pleasure to have him with us today. Mr. Bell is a non-executive director of a range of entities, including the Smart Group Corporation Limited, Safety Return to Work and Support Board, Australia's Indigenous and Minority Supplier Council. Gavin holds the degrees of Bachelor of Laws from the University of Sydney and a Master of Business Administration Executive from the Australian Graduate School of Management, University of New South Wales. He is also currently a member of the Business Council of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge pleasure for me to introduce Gavin to you today. Can you please join me in welcoming Mr. Gavin Bell?
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, other members of faculty, most importantly the graduands and your family and friends, thank you for the opportunity of coming firstly to this great university. I was shown around this morning and it's just a fantastic facility. But it's a great privilege to share in what is a very important and special day for you. So thank you for the opportunity. In the law firm in which I worked, I welcomed new partners on their promotion by telling them that they should take time to smell the roses and congratulate themselves on what for them was a very important achievement. I give you the same advice. Today is a very important achievement for you. Take time, smell the roses and congratulate yourself. It's probably the first in a number of important days in your career, but take time to celebrate it. This afternoon, I'd like to draw on my experience in law, in business, to offer some suggestions for your careers. Herbert Smith Freehills is Australia's largest law firm and one of the largest law firms around the world. We recruit over 100 graduates in Australia every year. I interview a lot of them personally myself. We recruit more than that number again around the world. So I see a lot of graduates and I see a lot of careers develop. I'd like to try and give you some of the wisdom that I've learnt from observing those careers. Many of those careers have been with the firm, but many of them have been outside the firm. So for the law students amongst you, many of you will join law firms and you'll go on to other careers, both within the law and outside the law, and I've had the opportunity to see a lot of those careers develop. I'm going to also try and bring a student's perspective to what I have to say. I currently share a house with 6 students. I'm the only non-student in the house. My wife is at university, as are 2 of my children. 2 are in high school, and I have a very mature 8-year-old who's in year 3. My suggestions this afternoon are tempered by their advice. So their advice when I ran this by them was, firstly, keep it short, be practical, give the advice I would give them, and above all, don't try and be funny. Apparently this is not the audience for dad jokes, so that's my last attempt at humour. So I have a number of suggestions. My first suggestion, and you've already started, is to invest in yourself. Throughout your career, you are your own best asset. You've started. Education, I think, is an important part of that investment, and probably not what you want to hear on your graduation day. It's a lifelong thing you need to do. You do need to keep investing both in education, and it doesn't need to be university education, but looking for opportunities to learn. But I think you also need to invest in other aspects of yourself. So you do need to make sure that you look after your mental and physical well-being. My second suggestion is to do what you enjoy. Do you hear a lot about work-life balance? I don't personally like the expression. I think work is part of life. It's actually a very important part of life. But what I have seen across a number of careers, I've seen it myself, is if you don't enjoy work, then you'll never achieve balance. So look for something that you enjoy. Seek a job you enjoy, and if at first you don't succeed, be prepared to look again. Once again, a strange message on graduation day, but I don't mean disregard all the hard work that's gone into earning your degrees, but be prepared to think broadly about jobs and careers and look for different opportunities. As I say, if at first you don't find a job that you enjoy, it's an important part of life to find a very satisfying job and keep looking. The degrees you're graduating with today provide huge opportunities. I know the legal profession very well, but I've had exposure to a whole range of other professions and careers. The lawyers amongst you have opportunities to work in private practice with large firms and with small firms, in the not-for-profit sector, in the government sector, at the bar. You heard the Chancellor mention one of the law graduates here who is working in Mongolia. So degrees provide all sorts of career opportunities. As I say, find one that you enjoy. My third suggestion is related to that. When you find something you enjoy, pursue it wholeheartedly. Throw yourself into it. In my experience, when you truly commit to a career, opportunities open up. You find that people are willing to help. People make offers that aren't there if you appear hesitant. So throw yourself into it. I've found that recently myself. As the Chancellor said, I recently retired from my role with a law firm. My next career is as a non-executive director, and I deliberately chose not to publicise that until I actually left the law firm. But having left in the last few weeks and told people that's what I intend to do, I've received a whole range of different offers and offers of assistance from people who I didn't expect them to come from, and from unexpected quarters. So when people understand you're committed to something, you're not hesitant, opportunities come your way. I think the reverse is also true. If people perceive that you're hesitant in your careers, you're not committed to it, those opportunities don't arise. So throw yourself wholeheartedly into your careers. My fourth suggestion is to not be afraid of change. Careers change, work changes. Like many of you, I made a decision about what I was going to study at university when I was a teenager. Many of you have made those sorts of decisions, so you shouldn't be surprised that the interests and views you held as a teenager that led to the degrees you're graduating with, or the careers you may embark upon, your views and interests will change over the period of your career. So go with those changing interests, and once again, find something you enjoy. And it's not only your views and interests that may change, but the nature of work has changed in my working career, or can change even more during your working careers. You need to be open about that change and embrace it. Don't try and shy away from the change that may bring a change to a career that you're finding fulfilling, but you need to change with it. It's not only change that's occurring, but the pace of change is increasing rapidly. I first started work in the early 1980s with a medium-sized law firm that was based in Sydney. It was called Freehill, Hollingdale and Page in those days. It had one office, it was based in Sydney. It had a staff of about 200 people. And I must admit, I joined the firm. I envisaged my career would be working with that firm, or a firm like it, for most of my life. And when I left it, it would look very similar to that. That firm now has 26 offices in 20 countries. It has a staff of about 5,000. It has revenues of about $1.5 billion and earns currencies in 13 different currencies, or earns revenues in 13 different currencies. It's very different from what I imagined, and my career has been successful because I've been able to adapt with that change. When I first started, technology was very limited. You've probably heard this all before. The internet didn't exist until I'd been working for 10 years, so the internet technology has completely changed the practice of law in the time of my career. We didn't have social media. When I first started, computers were something that occupied a room, and law firms were very proud of their computers. I can recall we had a mainframe computer. Many of you won't even know what a mainframe computer was, but it occupied a room. We had a glass wall on it so people could see that we had a mainframe computer. Computers now occupy laps, so it's very different. Rather, they don't occupy rooms. I can't tell you what change you'll see, but you will see great change in your careers. Change provides opportunities, so make sure you take those opportunities. My fifth suggestion is to be prepared for setbacks. Life, careers in general don't evolve in straight lines, and we all face setbacks. Even the most successful in this room have and will continue to face setbacks. I've seen them from both sides. I have a pastoral role in a sense with the firm. I've also been through a career myself, so I've seen a lot of different setbacks and how people have dealt with them. Setbacks generally are temporary, and they are never as bad as they seem at the time. So be prepared for them, but take the long-term perspective and deal with them in that capacity. My sixth suggestion is to push boundaries and to challenge orthodoxy. Don't be prepared to accept the status quo. Because we've always done it that way is rarely a reason to continue doing it that way. I had two options for how I was going to give an example about this suggestion. When I first wrote this speech, it started with the Australian soccer team developed a unique approach to soccer, and they won the first match of the World Cup this morning. So I've scrubbed that out. Another example which I read recently. probably makes the point better. Shortly after, in the period after the Second World War, the holy grail of athletics was breaking the 4-minute mile. Many tried, and for many, many years people had got very, very close, but nobody had quite broken it. There was a view expressed by some respected scientists at the time that it was impossible. You simply couldn't run that fast, and the human body would explode before you hit that mark. Now, many of you would know that in 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. Once he broke it, athletes thought differently about it. It was no longer an invisible barrier, no longer impossible, no longer was my body going to explode. So he broke it in 1954. Another 37 people broke it that year. The following year, 300 people broke it because they thought about it differently. So challenge orthodoxy. Many high school students break the 4-minute barrier now. Finally, a short comment about Australia. I think you're graduating in a land of opportunity. We have a great education system, and I think this is a wonderful example of it. We have more than our share of natural resources. We have a strong and stable government and financial system. We have economic statistics that are still the envy of most of the world, and the worst of the GFC is behind us. So you're graduating in a very good time, in a very good place. Make the most of it, enjoy your careers, enjoy today, and as I said at the outset, smell the roses and celebrate today. Thank you.
Gavin, thank you so much for a wonderful address. Gavin has given us 7 points to ponder. They're so clearly articulated that the last thing I'm going to do is to repeat what you've already heard. However, let me, having worked very closely with Gavin for, I think, over 9 years, let me add to some of the attributes that Gavin has articulated. They are attributes that he himself personifies, but there are others that I think that Gavin as a leader really captures. He is an inclusive leader. He commands the respect of the people with whom he works because of the way in which he is inclusive. He is a clear communicator, and you saw that so amply evidenced today. But above all else, what Gavin exemplifies is the way in which he treats people with respect. That high level of emotional intelligence that he typifies is something that I think is worth pondering yourself as you go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen before you today a great Australian leader. Can I ask you to join me in thanking Mr. Gavin Bell?
Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you today candidates for the award of degrees from the University, specifically from the Faculty of Law, 45 graduands, from the Faculty of Society and Design, 127 graduands. Chancellor, I certify to you and to the University that the graduands have satisfied the requirements for admission to the award for which they are being presented.
With the authority of Council, I hereby admit you to the awards for which you have qualified. I also admit to their awards those candidates listed in the graduation program who are unable to be present today. And we should have got them to stand for that.
Correct.
Should we redo it?
No, we won't. We'll ask the graduates now to stand. The graduates, please stand. And ladies and gentlemen, that is now the formal moment of graduation. Congratulations. Will the graduates please be seated?
I now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Law to join me in congratulating each of her graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Law. For the Bachelor of Laws, Christine Archer. Monica Badov. Joshua Angus Ian Buckley. Cowrie Jessica Burgess. Ahmed Dib. Kurt Feschner. Shinje Ha. Kaylin Hunley. Kozi Chi. Matthew Krog. Melissa Sonia Mazuki. Cameron Noble. Benjamin O'Brien. Yu Shi. Jasdeep Singh. Trent Francis Noel Smith. And Tresley Richard West. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Arts, Sarah Pascoe. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Commerce, Caitlin Rennick. For the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of International Relations, Dominic Benson. Yusin Kim. Taranya Mohanatas. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B, Tara Evans. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of Arts, Andrea Wyckoff. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of Commerce, Kriti Mehta. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division B and Bachelor of International Relations, Sasini Lilanjali Walpola. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division A, Scott Lawbuck. And Tony Lee Saunders-Locke. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division A and Bachelor of Arts, Faith Jade Speck. For the Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours Division A and Bachelor of Commerce, Joey Chan. For the Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, Manpreet Sumal. For the Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours and Bachelor of International Relations, Aisha Zilan Ismail. For the Postgraduate Diploma of Legal Practice, Alexander Scott Durrant. For the Juris Doctor, Jenna Claire Laurie. And Joshua Charles Saville. For the Juris Doctor with Second Class Honours Division B, Christina Badgley. Anna Elizabeth Byrne. Jessica Joanne Daniels. Dan Smith. And David Spitznagel. For the Juris Doctor with Second Class Honours Division A, Alexander Edward Cannon. For the Master of Business Law, Corporate and Commercial Law, Leanne Elizabeth Wu. For the Master of Business Law, International Trade, Junfang Guo. For the Master of Laws, Corporate and Commercial Law, Martin Rory Mallon.
I now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Society and Design to join me in congratulating each of his graduates as they are presented.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Society and Design. With the Diploma of Criminology, one Nurfatin Farahin binti Muhammad Aslan. Dennis Allen Brown. For the Bachelor of Arts, Amy Mary McGinty. Rhiannon Raphael. Navi Sombunitaya. Madison Williams. For the Bachelor of Behaviour Management, Stephanie Ma. And Olivia Winter. For the Bachelor of Communication, Beatrice Byrne. Helen Susan Grace Douglas. Jessica Drummer. Kaylee Farrington. Amelia Ann Gregor. Laura Alice Hartwell. Brooke Brenda Locke. And Leanne Madeline Lai. For the Bachelor of Communication Business, Jessica Allison. Laura DeQuino. Richard Jack Martin. And Phoebe Setri. For the Bachelor of Counselling, Meryl Ali. And Kim Trevenna Hall. For the Bachelor of Film and Television, Wendy Leslie Kerr. Joel Zico McGarry. Hugo Manotti. Lodi Raphael Pertoft. Daniel James Wright. Richard Zhang, and Weishu Zhao. For the Bachelor of International Relations, Harry Alexander Elderfield. Gordon Connor McBain. Benjamin Brian Murphy. Malika Jean Nation. And Samantha Oldham. For the Bachelor of International Relations and Bachelor of Laws, David Brown. For the Bachelor of International Relations Business, Grace Wright. For the Bachelor of Journalism, Adam Michael Braxator. Leilani Gaze. Emma Kate Williamson. For the Bachelor of Multimedia Design Advertising, Annabella Joski. And Raphael Novak. For the Bachelor of Psychological Science, Katerina Bokaran Needham. Alicia Marie Pearmain. Nicola Richardson. Simone Suzanne Stevenson. For the Bachelor of Psychological Science Honours with Second Class Honours Division A, Jamaica Isles. And Li Xuen. For the Bachelor of Social Sciences, Fatima Abdallah. Jessica Kate Budd. Grace Ashley Candetti. For the Bachelor of Social Science Criminology, Sudette Marie Nuns. For the Bachelor of Social Science Psychology, Ana Louise Almagro. And Jordan Lee Gartner. For the Graduate Certificate in TESOL, Karen Corden. For the Graduate Diploma of Psychological Science, Misha Reeves Collier. And Catherine Marie Spark. For the Graduate Diploma of Psychology, Cher Thomas. For the Postgraduate Diploma of Psychology, Leanne Bottomley. Sarah Delisle Hammond. Alexandra Joffrey. Jessica Leroy. And Annabelle McPherson. For the Master of Arts by Coursework, Kate Brady. Cherise Herfler. Farah Khatib. And Paul Keith Zamp. For the Master of Communication Advertising, Claire Vincent. For the Master of Psychology Clinical, Amy Bannatyne. Tristram Alexander Forrest Brown. Rachel Lee Hinton. Kate Leach. Timothy James McIntyre. Elise Chloe McNeil. Nadine Kirsty Robertson McNamara. For the Master of Psychology Forensic, Dominique Kathleen Denaro. Liran Gold. Jessica Nicole Gormley, and Chantal Marie Kyriakides. For the Bachelor of Communication and Bachelor of International Relations and the John Hardy Achievement Medal 2013, Ashley Kate Peplow Ball. For the Bachelor of Environmental Science, Sustainability Science, Simon Gregalius. And Rebecca Jackson. For the Bachelor of Property, Sean Evans. And James White. For the Bachelor of Property and Sustainable Development, Construction Management and Quantity Surveying, Benjamin Evans. For the Bachelor of Property and Sustainable Development, Urban Development and Sustainability, Harrison Hall. Anthony Hall Fong. Stomatios Katsimberis. For the Bachelor of Property and Sustainable Development Valuation, Craig Andrew Dignam. And Jason Giles. For the Bachelor of Urban Design and Planning, Matthew Horan. For the Graduate Certificate of Project Management, Ian Edward Pettit. For the Master of Construction Practice, Sandro Gianfranco Alberti. Tamara Louise Ham. Luis Carlos Riveros. Hendrik van der Walt. For the Master of Construction Practice and Master of Construction Practice Professional, Nisantan Satkunaraja. For the Master of Construction Practice Professional, Gao Chin. Chao Sun. For the Master of Property Valuation, Mu-Ching Wang. For the Master of Property Valuation Professional, Liu Liu. For the Master of Real Estate Professional, Seth Rosendahl. For the Master of Real Estate Sustainable Development, Martin Leuenberger. For the Master of Real Estate Development, Lewis Major. For the Master of Urban Development and Sustainability, Mitchell Wesley Gateman. And Sean Pasterfield. For the Master of Urban Planning, Judith Ann Evans. And Karen Tessa Montgomery. The valedictory address is given on behalf of all those graduating here today. The graduate selected for this honour is graduating today with the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science. Chancellor, I present Sharon Rosenrauch.
Wow, it looks like there's a lot more of you than when you're sitting down. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, honoured academic faculty, ladies, gentlemen, proud mums and dads, family, friends, and of course my fellow graduates, welcome. It is with great honour that I stand before you today on behalf of the graduating class of 2014. We never thought this day would come. We kept calendar notifications. We prayed. We counted down the minutes until we could officially call ourselves Bond graduates. And now that this day has finally arrived, I'm somewhat sad it has. As I look into the sea of faces, I can see fellow students who have come to become dear friends, academics who have motivated and inspired me, academics who have intimidated me by their sheer academic knowledge and strict marking criteria, staff who have consistently helped me throughout my degree and who I continue to bother on a frequent basis. Sorry, Kirsty. And there are also many Bond faces who I can see who I would pass while in a hurry to my tutes and my lectures, but who unfortunately I never got the chance to officially meet. This institution and the people we have met have affected our lives impermeably and forever. I struggled when deciding what to say to you all on such a monumentous occasion. A die-hard nerd, I researched, I consulted many family and friends, many of whom I suspect began actively avoiding me in an attempt to be able to avoid any more speech-related questions. However, after watching a series of disturbing YouTube clips, some of which involved interpretive dances, obscene language, and phenomenal slips and trips, I finally decided that everyone's experience of university life is unique and sacred to them. I cannot possibly begin to understand the obstacles that each and every one of us have had to overcome in order to be standing here before me today, graduating. the best I can really do is tell you about my bond experience. Exactly 1 week ago, it was with sheer stroke of fate that I misplaced, or as my mum would say, lost my student ID card. To anyone who knows me, they'll know that my organisational skills are second to none, or at least so I thought. I searched everywhere. I searched my room, I searched my bags, everywhere trying to find this card. To any student who has ever had to pay full price admission to the movies after forgetting their student ID card, you'll probably understand my desperation. Finally, after having come to terms with the fact that maybe my mum was right and my organisation skills weren't that top notch, there it was, in my sock drawer of all places. It got me thinking about the first day I actually received my student ID card. After having attended another larger public university for a semester prior to commencing my studies at Bond, I remember the dread with which I approached the ID camera, which, let's face it, could make Charlize Theron look like Shrek on that fateful day. Great, I thought to myself, a new cringe-worthy photo to go with a number which will become my identity for the next 2 or so years. How very wrong I was. From the moment I have stepped foot onto this campus until today, I've only been treated with the utmost respect, courtesy, and love by everyone, staff, students, and academics included. There has not been a single day throughout my time at Bond, and I think most of my fellow graduates would agree, where I have ever been made to feel as though I was just a number, a face that would easily be lost in the crowd if I were to disappear. On the contrary, Bond became my second home, Level 3 of the Humanities building my room, and the staff, students, and academics contained within the institution my family. I never realised just how much a piece of plastic would actually come to mean to me. It symbolises 3 years of my life that have shaped me as a person and which I would not trade for anything. While there is no doubt we wouldn't be graduating today had it not been for this unwavering support and encouragement of each other and our mentors, it is also important that we recognise the immeasurable role that our family and friends, or as I like to call them, the pseudo-students, have played. These are the people who have lived the experience with us, who have had to withstand the tantrums, many on my behalf, who have had to endure the oral presentations, who have had to read and provide feedback on assignments, and who, 3 times a year during exam period, questioned our existence as we retreated for a world full of caffeine, revision lectures, and practice exams. Please join me in thanking these magnificent human beings. To my mother and father, who fought tooth and nail for me to be standing here today, who were my friends, mentors, and who continue to believe in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Hold it together, Sharon. Thank you. To my best friend, I'm so sorry I disappeared for 3 years. Thank you for being my best friend for 14 years, and thank you for being here today. We all came to Bond for different reasons, whether it be to become the next high-flying diplomat, to update our skills in an area of professional interest, or to learn something new while conveniently getting our parents off our backs. Regardless of our different reasons, today we all leave with something in common. We leave with a tertiary qualification and with more knowledge than when we stepped foot onto this campus at least 2 years ago. This is something each and every one of us has earned, something that no one can take away from us, and something which many people in this world are unfortunately not able to achieve. When reflecting on your time at university, it is easy to get caught up in reminiscing about the tediousness of referencing conventions, about the academic databases that, I don't know why, don't give access to full-text journal articles, about that feeling of dread that comes over you when yet again each student asks you to restate your password, and for the love of God, you've thought of every possible combination there could possibly be. This these are all just subsidiary facts. It is easy to lose sight of the big picture. But the whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful tool that we can use to change the world. Bond has now given you the tools, the skills, and the knowledge to be able to do this. So go out there, fellow graduates. Help to make this world a better place. I wish each and every one of you all the best in your future endeavours. And congratulations, guys, we made it. Thank you.
Shannon, thank you so much. Thank you for capturing what it means to be a Bondie. Thank you for capturing what is so special about this place. I certainly have been in many academic institutions over the years, but I don't think I'd ever describe any of the academic institutions to which I've been where I would say that I have been treated with respect, courtesy and love every day that you've been at this institution, where you would say that you are more than just a number. This is a special place, Shannon, and you are a very special Bondie. And let me tell you something about Shannon. She has achieved a high distinction in every subject she studied. She has recorded the highest GPA in the field of psychology. She's not just a dedicated student, but she has also found time to tutor fellow students, to write and edit a food blog. She's worked as a research assistant, and she's volunteered at RSPCA fundraising functions. She was awarded a Bond 25th Anniversary Scholarship for Postgraduate Studies. In whatever field you choose to pursue, Shannon, I'm confident you will approach it with the same enthusiasm and dedication that we have seen you achieve at Bond. And we know that you will turn mirrors into windows. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, would you please join me in thanking Shannon for her wonderful address?
Indeed. Thank you, Sharon. Will the graduates now please stand? I'll now read out the Bond University charge, which is the tradition at this institution, and at the end of that, I'll ask the graduates as to whether or not they wish to accept that charge. I charge you as graduates of Bond University to demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply and to continue to extend your learning to the benefit of society, to strive through your actions to promote the universal worth of all people, to pursue the highest standards in all of your endeavours, so that in fulfilling your personal goals and human responsibilities, you add to the standing of your university, and to support and uphold your university and its alumni through engagement with the Bond Alumni Organisation through your personal commitment. Graduates, do you accept that charge? I'm sorry, did you hear anything? Graduates, do you accept that charge? Yes. Thank you. You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost to a close of the formal ceremony. May I add, on behalf of the staff of the university, both the academic and our professional staff, our congratulations on your achievements. For each and every one of you, you'll have your own stories. The journeys which you have undertaken are your journeys, but you have all arrived at the same place. We're extremely proud of your achievements and we will always be proud of your achievements. As our valedictorian noted, your journey has not been alone, however. There are many in this room, and indeed many who are not in this room, who have supported you along the way. I trust that you find a moment today to thank them, to make that phone call, to give them a hug, and just to let them know how much they mean to you. As you move forward in your careers, you will face many challenges. You will have dilemmas, both moral and ethical. Just remember that the reputation that you forge is not just your reputation, but it will reflect upon the reputation of this institution. Our story is one of triumph over adversity. The university is 25 years young. Over those 25 years, there have been almost 20,000 graduates who have now forged their own careers and paths in life. And our reputation is not built upon these fine sandstone walls in which we sit today. It is not built upon the infrastructure, albeit magnificent. It is built upon the achievements and the personal reputations forged by our graduates. You follow in that line and you now carry that responsibility forward. We wish you good luck. You should be proud of your achievements, and as our occasional speaker, Gavin Bell, reminded all of you, celebrate the moment. This is one of those days in your life where you will look back upon with much fondness. Please take a moment to smell the roses. As we depart, I invite all of the graduates and their family and friends to join with us in some refreshments down at the infamous Don's Tavern. It's on the house, so to speak, for once. But before I invite our graduates to join the academic procession, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming along today. We trust that you have enjoyed the ceremony. We trust that you enjoy the company of the graduates. But you've been very patient. You've been very quiet indeed for a graduation ceremony. You've been extremely respectful. So I'm going to allow you a moment to really make a bit of noise and just let these people know how much you think of their achievements. To the class of 2014,